Back in line, that's for 4th place, but at the white flag. And there's a spin. We're not done yet, and they're going to stack a few of them up in turn 4.
2 to go. Paul Tracy again dropped like he was last week in Indianapolis. Michael Waltrip involved, Willie T. Ribbs involved, Helio Castroneves involved. Oh man, that's devastating. You hate to see that so close to the end. A couple of damaged race cars.
Well, I mentioned the great Dick Trickle.
Yes.
Wisconsin short track legend. Once had an angry driver come up to confront him, and he looked at him and said, wait, this accident's at least 50% your fault because you're the one that chose to go out there with them other idiots.
Yeah, Paul is kind of lost on the infield now, the figure 8 section of the racetrack in the middle. Trying to get back up to pit lane or trying to find someone to... No, he's going to pull that one behind the wall.
Yeah, that car's done.
That car, yeah. That's probably the right move there. So clock reset to 2 to go.
Hailie Deegan has been instructed to drop to the rear of the field for her part in this.
So you can see she had a pretty good run, but then Paul had a very big, you see his hands come off the wheel as soon as he was hit, kind of just threw his hands up in frustration. Can't believe this is happening again. He went very deep into 3. Hailie got a little bit understeer there, kind of pushed up into Paul.
And by the way, just to clarify, the reason Deegan is being sent to the rear of the field is because being involved in the accident.
Right. Just from the onboard of Hailie Deegan. Now you can see Paul, kind of what we saw earlier. You know, he had that wider entry and then cuts down the middle. I think Hailie thought she was far enough alongside for him to know he was there, and at this point she is. But Paul really does send it in deep. She kind of lets off the brake there. Contact ensues. And big spin. Castroneves, Biffle, they're both into it. The yellow flag is almost certainly going to come out here.
It is.
And there it is. I was just going to say it was a great launch from Fenhaus, who decided to take the outside lane. But they didn't even get to turn 1 before that first yellow came out.
So Castroneves and Biffle were racing for 5th and 6th, and Biffle bounced off the side of Castroneves.
It's amazing. It looked like such a small hit, but it just immediately pitched Helio into a spin, and then Biffle had nowhere to go. They kind of synchronized, spun together down to the bottom.
Oh, Biffle got a nudge too from Deegan.
Yeah, he got sort of tagged a little bit by Hailie Deegan, which put him into the door of Helio Castroneves. So that was kind of a racing deal. There wasn't a lot going on there.
Can I just point out that it was the gold car that tangled with Castroneves late last week in Indianapolis?
Preserve his car, preserve Luke's car. But that was a big side. This is what I was talking about. I think maybe he had to use up more of his tires fighting those guys on that bottom line.
Whoa! Marco tries to go 3 wide and split the middle. And the yellow flag comes out here at Slinger.
That was... I had to hold my breath on that one. That was close.
And this one I will describe as the SRX green flag lap limit because we were having an awful lot of fun with that already. Look at this. Marco Andretti trying to thread the needle. Needles are hard to thread, especially at 100 miles an hour in a race car.
These guys are just dead even, these two. High line, low line, it doesn't matter. They're both making both work. And this is just putting on such a great show. I mean, give me this action all night long. This is a great Saturday night race.
This is Helio and Ernie Francis Jr. a lap or 2 ago.
Just a little rubbing. It's a little short track action right there. Nothing too untoward. Right on the bumper of Biff. But they are not letting Luke Fenhaus get away either. These guys are all still running really quick lap times.
We are racing at Slinger Speedway. Marco Andretti with Luke Fenhaus to his outside at the green. Back in the field, Paul Tracy and Willie T. Ribbs have tangled already twice in the opening lap of this second heat on this main event. But up front, it's Marco Andretti claiming the top spot on the jump. White flag. This is the last lap of heat race number 2. Off of turn 4. Deegan with a run inside. This is close. Given to Greg Biffle just by 6/100ths of a second.
That was
there. Andretti in the black car, Labonte in teal. Everybody got away okay. They continue to race back 7th and 8th in line. Halfway through heat race number 2 tonight here at Slinger Speedway in Wisconsin. Andretti rejoined the tail end of the field. There's a spin, a little contact perhaps. Willie T. Ribs around in turn number 2. Caution is out.
That was Fenhaus that was stuck in the middle of that 3-wide, so he's actually gone all the way back to the tail end of this train. Willie T up and running now. We'll try and get a look at what happened there. Obviously running out front, that's a bit of a heartbreak for him. So let's take a look here at what happened. He's running up front. Elliott on his outside.
Oh, that just got away.
He just got loose on the way in. Maybe a little too hard on the brakes. Tires still cold, only the first lap. And it just went around on him, unfortunately.
One of the things that the drivers can adjust in the cockpit of the car is their brake bias, the balance of the brakes front to back. Sometimes that can catch you by surprise too.
It certainly can. Like we were saying, with cold tires, you know, and obviously right on board here with Willie, using a lot of brake here at Slinger. High speed going in. Yeah, he just got on the brakes and immediately came around on him. Did a good job to stay out of everybody's way, keep it down to the inside. Impact on where they start for the final as the green flag flies. Willie T. Ribs leads him into turn 1.
Bill Elliott to his outside in the purple car. Then it is Michael Waltrip and Hailie Deegan in row 2.
Up turn 4 for Marco Andretti to take his second heat win in the Camping World SRX Series.
Led all the laps, had to survive a few restarts. Marco Andretti got contact back in the pack. Paul Tracy spun around, I believe, got a little bit of help from the yellow car of Ernie Francis Jr.
Oh, he may have beached it. We talked about how steep that banking was. This could be bad. He's probably trying to find reverse, something I don't think he's had to do yet, despite a couple incidents.
Yeah.
You know,
so just a quick. All right, let's have a look at it first and confirm whether I'm correct or not. Oh, yeah.
Sure looks like it. Again, this is what we talked about, guys. It's so hard to get up alongside another car with only 340 feet of straightaway. So Ernie Francis, he tried to get in there, was hoping maybe Paul was looking in his mirror and saw him coming. Like I said, it's tough to get those mirror checks in on this short track. So that's a racing deal.
Oh, this is the visor cam from Ernie.
You can see he tried to get down. He went below the line. Tried to stay out of it, but it's just, you know, it's one of those racing deals. Working hard on that steering wheel, trying to keep it pointed straight.
Andretti in black, Labonte in teal, green flag, heat race number 1 at Slinger. One lap, and it is Andretti with a car length on Fenhaus to turns 3 and 4. Can Fenhaus get there with the bumper? Andretti wide. Fenhaus looks to get by, but he can't do it. Marco Andretti wins at Slinger.
What a phenomenal finish. He said none of these guys had anything to lose. Tony was looking for his 3rd win in SRX. Luke was looking for his 2nd win of the week, but Marco Andretti taking his 1st win here in the SRX Series.
Our wheels up winner, Marco Andretti. What a race, what a finish, what a great job he did on that last restart, and to get that thing to the checkered flag.
I gotta say, he's really lucky that Tony Stewart came 3rd, because he probably would have left him. Marco's got to do all the victory celebrations. If he didn't have to go to the podium too, he might have left him behind.
Wow.